in his installation mass, His Excellency Bishop Salvatore Cardinale said, we must create and foster a culture of vocations. It's a culture of vocations. And I think nothing better than to follow the direction of the Holy Father. As Jesus was preaching from the silent ship, listening to the Holy Father, we are listening to our Lord. And as you know, the Holy Father decided to inaugurate a year of priests, starting from last Friday on the Feast of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus for 1 year. And actually, having celebrated the Feast of the Sacred Heart last Sunday, it's appropriate today to talk about the vocation and priesthood. Why? Because, as St. John Canon said, the love of the heart of Jesus, the love of his heart in the priesthood. So, allow me to read, I don't like to read, but I think sometimes it's necessary to read part, maybe I will read little by little, the letter that His Holiness Pope Benedict XVI wrote on the 150th anniversary of the Dies Natalis of the Curie of Ars. As you may guess, in my consent, at a twofold title. First, my first name is Jean-Marie, so like Jean-Marie, John Mary, and I was born on the centennial of St. Curie of Ars. So, I was born in 1959. There was a great fervor of the Curie of Ars, especially since John the 23rd, Blessed John the 23rd, wrote an encyclical on John Canon. So it was my period. Now 150. So it's my great saint. And his life was my first book. I think I may say I learned how to read by reading the life of Saint John Canon by Monsignor Troche. You can find the English translation at Tal edition. And the second title is the patron of all the parish priests. So let us listen to the word of the Holy Father. On the first coming solemnity of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus, Friday 19th June 2009, a day traditionally devoted to prayer for the sanctification of the clergy, I have decided to inaugurate a year of priests in celebration of the 150th anniversary of the Dies Natalis, which means the day of went to heaven, of John Marie Vianney, the patron saint of parish priests worldwide. This year meant to deepen the commitment of all priests, so that's for us, to interior renewal for the sake of a more forceful and incisive witness to the gospel in today's world. And this year we conclude on the same solemnity in 2010. So we need holy priests. You don't need only just priests, but holy priests. And the Holy Father quotes St. John Vianney, the priesthood is the law of the heart of Jesus. The saintly Curie of Ars would often say. This touching expression makes us reflect, first of all, with heartfelt gratitude on the immense gift which priest represents, not only for the Church, but also for humanity itself. I'm thinking of the witness of Blessed David. Catholic or not, everyone admire his dedication and sacrifice of the lepers of mankind. I think of all those priests who quietly present Christ's words and actions each day to the faithful and to the whole world, striving to be one with the Lord in their thoughts and their will, their sentiments and their style of life. How can I not pay tribute to their apostolic labors, their tireless and hidden service, their universal charity? Charity is not a pick and choose. The heart of the priest must be open to all universal charity. That is true for all of us too, all of you. And how can I not praise the courageous fidelity of so many priests who, even amidst difficulties and incomprehension, remain faithful to their vocation as friends of Christ, whom he has called by name, chosen, and sent. As the Holy Father goes on, I still treasure the memory of the first parish priest at whose side I exercised my ministry as a young priest. He left me an example of unreserved devotion to his pastoral duties, even to meeting death in the act of bringing viaticum to a gravely ill person, bringing the last rites. His first parish priest died. I also recall the countless confrères whom I have met and continue to meet, not least in my pastoral visits to different countries, men generously dedicated to the daily exercise of the priestly ministry. Yet, the expression of Saint John Marie also makes us think of Christ's pierced heart and the crown of thorns which surrounds him. I am also led to think, therefore, of the countless situations of suffering endured by many priests, either because they themselves share in the manifold human experience of pain, or because they encounter misunderstanding from the very persons to whom they minister. How can we not also think of all those priests who are offended in their dignity, obstructed in their mission, and persecuted, even at times to offer it the supreme testimony of their own blood? I don't think it's a far time in the history. It's actual. And especially if you are a traditionalist priest. There are also, sad to say, situations which can never be sufficiently deplored, where the Church herself suffers as a consequence of infidelity on the part of some of her ministers. Then it is the world which finds ground for scandal and rejection. And be sure that we take advantage of it. Because between the Church and the world, there is enmity. What is most helpful to the Church in such cases is not only a frank and complete acknowledgement of the weaknesses of her ministers, but also a joyful and renewed realization of the greatness of God's gift. Embodied in the splendid example of generous pastors, religious, afire with love for God,